Welcome to Jason Unleashed. How's it going? I'm your host, Jason Carter. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Good to see you. On today's show, we have one of my dearest friends. She's a reporter, she's an anchor, she's a host, she's a personality. Brooke Thomas is in the house. Let's bring her in. I know it takes a minute to connect. So weird. The internet these days. Hope you guys are all doing well. Brooke, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Can you see me?
I can, yeah.
Hi. Oh, you look amazing. Hi. You look
Do I?
amazing.
Thank you. I just did a little, a little foundation and mascara. Filled my lips in,
Just a little something.
Yeah, but it's like it takes a lot to do eyeliner.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to.
I know. I struggle with that every day. Every day, the eyeliner and lashes. I just can't.
You look good every single day, and I love how you post a promo for the show and then a picture of yourself. And
I know.
You have found your hot spot in your house.
The light's good here.
Good lighting, exactly.
Hi, Brooke. How you doing? I miss you. I miss you, Brooke. I mean, I feel like
Thank you so much. We used to spend so much time together.
This is not an ad. Not sponsored. I needed some coffee. Yes, but we used to spend
every day. You haven't been going to Starbucks now, though, obviously, because you.
I know. I be at I go through drive-through Starbucks now.
Every day?
No, not every day. But I went today. Jiggly Caliente officials in the house from Drag Race. God, thanks for watching. Bro, do you have fans? People are lining up in below.
First of all, I am just excited to be in the space of pit crew.
Oh, stop it.
I am just excited to be allowed in the space, honey.
Brooke, I've allowed you into many of my spaces. No pun intended.
I haven't been to the new house yet, and Corona messed it up.
Dude, Corona messed up so much, but it's okay because when we return to what we're calling the new normal, I've been using that phrase ad nauseum these days, but it's the truth, right? There's a new normal, yeah? I mean, let's just keep it real. Things are never going to go back to being the same. With what's up with South Carolina, Georgia, and I think, what's the other state, Alabama, reopening this week? Governors are saying?
They barely closed. And
right.
What's been, most frustrating for me, looking at the governor, first of all, he as an excuse as to why his statewide mandate came so far behind the rest of the country and a lot of the cities in his state was because he didn't know until really late that there could be human to human spreading of the virus, which was where you been?
Right.
But also what's so frustrating for me about this is that he made it so the mayors, the mayor of Augusta, the mayor of Atlanta, can't step in and say, actually, we think in this city, we are better protected if we do this.
Right.
And that's so frustrating. You see the mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Bottoms, who has been killing it, just doing such a good job protecting her community and also working with them and understanding. She put her own money into a fund for people who own hair salons, the hair industry, the beauty industry in that aspect, because she knows that they need to make money. And she said something today that it was great, and it's what we all been saying, but she said something the economy matters, but if you're not alive when it comes to building it back up, what does it matter? Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but what it takes to help people pay their bills.
Right. And she has a point. I mean, it's so cryptic and just unsettling when you drive down in the valley here in Los Angeles, Ventura Boulevard, and in my neighborhood, it was once bustling with just these businesses and places to eat, and just it was vibrant with energy, much like in West LA and places like Inglewood, that you have these communities that have been built on these mom and pop shops, these small businesses that have been patroned for years. Now they're closed, and just like with the gig economy and barbers and tattoo artists and people who make their living with 1099s and tips, what are they supposed to do? I mean, I even hit up Brooke. I hit up my barber, and just in a small instance, hit my barber yesterday thinking like, hey, like, are you doing house visits? What's your, what's your code of ethics when it comes to if you are doing house visits? And she's like, I'm charging $200 a head, and I'm coming with Uber protection because she has 2 kids to feed, and this is her way of making money. And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Also, coupled with the stimulus packages that have been put into place that for millions of people are backlogged because they can't even get through to their unemployment offices. They can't receive any kind of aid because that in itself is another dilemma. So I mean, and we
Here's
talk
the thing.
about.
Nobody should be going to their barber right now. House visits or not, nobody should. If you can afford to still get your hair cut, if you could afford to still get your grass cut, if you could afford to still get your house clean, pay those people anyway.
Yeah.
But do your part. Pay them anyway, because that's the nice thing to do. If you can afford it, pay those people anyway. But
Yeah.
also don't become potential asymptomatic carriers that give it to other people at the grocery store who can't stay at home.
Good point. Good point.
You know what I mean? Everybody pay those people anyway.
Well, that's, people have been doing that, Brooke. I'm glad you brought that up because people are now like buying gift cards and sending e-gift cards. And Ashley's like, Jay, you can cut your own hair. I cannot cut my own hair. I have.
You don't
I
need to,
haven't.
though. It looks so good. Get your little wave cap,
Look, this right here, you know how I am about my hair too. It's
I know how you are about your hair.
This is
You
Joe,
would get
but
your hair cut every 3 days if you could.
my barber, I was paying him $300 a month to keep my hair together.
No.
However, I digress. You are right, though. Great point that you should still show support in any way you can, be it financially, to those people. And like, again, buying gift cards and e-gift cards and Venmo and Cash App. Those are great ways. And also IOUs to people who you get those services from, because there's with your barber or anyone, there is a loyalty there that is undeniable, and your barber's going to remember and come through for you when you need them when we get back to the new normal.
For sure.
One, you look great.
You're sweet.
2, your Instagram,
like
your stories sometimes get me through. Like today about freaking the airlines getting a bailout, but where were you when my bag was over 51
pounds?
Okay,
don't you just wish, like, seriously? You're going to make me take one shoe out. You're going to make me take one shoe out. You guys cannot just let this one shoe slide.
Delta's the worst. That's why I fly Southwest, because you get 2 bags for free. And I have to say, they finally approved me for their credit card after 5 years of applying and saying, no, they finally gave it to me. So Southwest for life. But no, your Instagram, Brooke, is so lit because one of the things that you're really good about is you have really savvy and cool Black pop culture bits that educate me. Like, Brooke, since I met you in 2017, and I swear my education on Black culture has come full circle because of how knowledgeable you are about things that I wasn't. And I'm okay to say that. I mean, I wasn't. And so when I go to your Instagram and I need to get my fix, you always come through. So thank you so much. Guys, go follow Brooke on air right now, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Now.
Go follow her right now. But can we talk about Insecure?
Yeah, Sean Bell in Philly. I want to say his Instagram is like Sean Bell TV, but we are doing a weekly Insecure recap because it's just so disgustingly Team Lawrence.
I am too.
Team Issa Rae, Team both. The character and the person. Everybody is Team Issa Rae though, but I really like the character Issa, and I just think she gets a lot of flack. And we argued. We got like twice for a really long time. We had to cut ourselves off. Okay, let's move on. But it's just fun because he's my friend, and we are doing on YouTube just like a weekly Insecure recap show.
Why is Kelly the breakout star though? I'm sorry, Kelly's one-liners are ridiculous.
Kelly and Chad are 2 of the greatest television characters ever. Okay.
Yeah.
And sitcoms ever, like comedy shows, like ever.
We have Issa D. We have, is it Kalonda? What is her name?
What did I just Condola?
Condola.
Mm-hmm. I know. That's so interesting. How'd they pick that?
Right, like, great, good about, but me and my, so I'm in, Brooke, and this is just for people watching, I'm in an interracial relationship, right? Yeah. So I make my white husband watch these shows, Insecure, Love and Hip Hop, you name it, we're watching it.
That.
Huh?
He has to love that.
No, well, I mean, because there's a lot of sexy spine chocolate in Insecure,
And
though.
he likes fun stuff.
He does. He does. No, he's super woke. He woke, and I don't want to weaponize that word and make it seem like, but for like more woke than me. Sometimes he's schooling me on. I'm like, babe, like, really?
He's a good guy.
But Insecure though, like I think one, it's shot well. I always praise shows that know how to light black people. Okay, because lighting melanin is a skill and it's a science that some people do not get right.
Most.
And you know, a lot of things now, Brooke, and you know this, like everything's for the culture, right? And sometimes when you have things that are for the culture, they can either be done in a way that's not servicing the culture, that's kind of like that's pandering. But Insecure just gets it right. And at first, when I first started watching, I was like, what you know, like people saying down here, like, what is it about this show? But now in season 4, I'm getting it more and more and more. And her friend, the one that that had the baby? Tiffany,
she's still pregnant, right?
Yeah, Amanda Seales.
Yeah.
Why is Amanda Seales the most, like, she is so perplexing to me in her existence because...
Wait, not Amanda. Are we talking about Tiffany or Amanda?
No, Tiffany's played by Amanda Seales, right?
Right, but you gotta be, because, you know, people, you know.
I know, they're not the same person.
All of these characters have, like, not all of them, but a lot of them have such famous, like, off the show personalities that you have to be very clear that we're talking about Tiffany.
So Tiffany, we all have friends that are like Tiffany. I know, but Amanda Seales off the show is incredible. I love her on the reel, and she's like Naomi Campbell. Wait for it, okay?
Okay.
Because look, Naomi Campbell keeps it real. Do you watch Making the Cut on Amazon?
I have not watched Making the Cut, which is like, because you know Naomi Campbell is my everything. Dude. But I have been watching like her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
She just interviewed Serena and Venus. Mm-hmm. Yes, so.
Naomi Campbell has no problems reading someone like it's an ebook. She will read you so and unapologetically, and I love that about Amanda Seales because I saw an interview where I think it was, I don't know what entertainment news show had come on to the set of The Real, and the talent had said something that kind of rubbed Amanda the wrong way, and she checked her quickly and was just like, "That's not what you're gonna do on my show, boo. Sorry, try again." Just like, but I mean, you know, like, but you need that. Anyways, back to Insecure. I look at the women of Insecure and just in the context of the show, and it's just like you have friends like that. You know people like that. You know, that are just like,
right? Yeah. That
have like a certain spot of in your life and then the role they play in your life. But I would completely be the Kelly in the group for sure. If I had a VIP, it would be Kelly.
You would be Kelly.
Yeah, because I've just seen some off the wall shit that just slips out.
That's true. You are not as goofy as Kelly, though. You are equally uninhibited, but you are not like a goofy person.
No.
No, you are like, even when you don't mean to be, you are like very put together.
Well, yeah.
Don't you think so?
That is my Libra nature.
Teddy Riley is a Libra too, right?
Okay, can we talk about that? Because I don't know what's going on with there's too much to keep up with memes and Babyface and Teddy Riley. Educate me. What is happening with this back and forth with these two musical legends?
Well, Versus is just it's like a fun IG battle thing that Timbaland and Swiss Beats started, and then they started getting other producers to kind of do it too and like jump in together, and they got Babyface and Teddy Riley to agree to it.
Okay.
And then the day that it was supposed to happen kind of came and gone, and then it turns out Babyface was sick. He was battling coronavirus. And so then we get another week, and it's like it's happening on Saturday. And it had been just a simple, like, I mean, when Swiss and Tim did it, just their faces and on their iPhones in front of the screens, it's kind of like you and me, and playing their music. But Teddy wanted to put on a full performance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he had a lot of people in the room He had, you know, a mic, the keyboard out, a full set going, and Babyface was on his cell phone. And I think, who knows what happened, but they said, like, I guess, like, Teddy was trying to also, like, run it live through, like, on his website. And it just wasn't working. It was echoing back. It wasn't working. And so they had to cancel it. Like, they started and stopped and started all over. And then they stopped, and then they postponed it. And then it came back Monday. It was good because Teddy, he listened, he realized, he was like, okay, so it popped back on yesterday, and it was Teddy and Babyface both on their phones, and it was nice. I think it was just nice. Babyface is like effortlessly shady, and I don't think I knew that, and it was really amazing because he kind of like speaks in this like sexy whisper, and like at one point, like on Saturday's show, Teddy asked him something. He was like, you know, it's just me. I'm social distancing.
Well,
Teddy was not, but it was nice. It was nice to see two people. Like, I thought on Monday, Teddy's joy, he was just beaming. This was fun for him, and it was really nice. And I think Babyface was having fun too. And somebody who is just like so like, he's super private, you know? We know more about Babyface's ex-wife than we do Babyface.
Boom. True story. Right.
So it was like when they got disconnected at one point, he was kind of talking to the viewers, and he pulled out his guitar, and it was nice. It was I think it was just like a good vibe for everybody. It was nice.
When you have two musical legends, which I'm always going to be Team Babyface, because Babyface has given us some of the best musical moments in music history. I mean, the whole Wait and Exhale album. Think about this. Let's talk about music real quick, because Babyface has a signature sound. I was talking to Sean Stockman of Boyz II Men. And
well, I'm sorry, you dropped something on the floor.
Well, you know, let me pick it up. Sean Stockman of Boyz II Men. Well, no. What it was at my old day job, AT&T, came to buy a cell phone, and my thirsty ass was like, "I know who you are. Let's chit chat." So
yeah, I love it.
But Babyface has a sound, and when I was talking to Sean, I was like, how did he decide on, you know, like I'll Make Love to You and Into the Road, and those are just some of the hits he's done for the group. And Sean was like, Babyface has a signature song called Heaven's Bells, and you hear it in every single Babyface song. Not Gonna Cry from Mary J. Blige, all the TLC ballads, In the Late of Night from Toni Braxton. And then you bring in someone like Teddy Riley, who ushered in a whole new Jack Swing, you know, was a part of a movement in music, especially in black music, that we haven't had. We haven't had those moments in music in a while. Well, I went since the 90s. Sure, we had the early 2000s. Sure, we had R&B at that time. But nothing will be as magical as that time in the 90s, the early 90s to mid 90s, when you had Blackstreet, when you had Babyface in his solo albums, and then all the things that he produced for a myriad of major neo soul, and pop stars. And so to have those two come together for me was like, what's happening
treat,
here?
Right?
Yeah.
It was such a treat.
Yeah. I mean, when we watch the news, though, now, like, how much news are you consuming, Brooke? Because I try
way too much. Honestly, way too much. A lot. And a lot. I would rather be scared than uninformed. And that's a battle that I have with myself, like, constantly.
Yeah.
I just need to know everything.
I agree. And I think that a lot of people don't really know that they have anxiety when it comes to what's happening. Me, myself included, like, I'm not sleeping well as much as I used to. You know, like, and you stop and think, okay, we know in real time what has changed, what is going on. Like, there's a new way of existing. But I'm like, why am I not sleeping? Why am I not motivated? Like, you think about all these things that are new to you that weren't there before, and you're trying to find out, like, what is the underlying reason for all of it. And a lot of it has to do with just the inundation of time and of the news and the time to watch the news continuously. Like, all we're doing now is what? Hanging around our home, watching TV, staring at our phones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tweeting,
on Twitter,
and it's all
watching the news, watching streaming stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so how are you staying busy?
So doing a lot of like video shows, like shows where I'm like Skyping in or Zooming in from home, watching a lot of TV, cooking a lot. And like generally I feel like I cook an okay amount. Mm-hmm. but it's really only dinner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a person who wakes up early enough to, like, I wake up really early compared to like when I have to get out of the house, but that's because I need to do my hair, I need to do makeup, I like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not a person that like gets up, gets out of bed and goes and makes French press. French press is for Saturdays, okay? Like, you know, I'm not a person who makes like a big breakfast during the week. I'm a person who like grabs yogurt every morning.
Yeah.
And so I've been like making a big breakfast every morning, waking up early to go to eat, like waking up like hours before, because you don't need to like get ready to leave the house. You need to get ready to work in the house. So that leaves like extra time to just like get your day started in a different way. And then like cooking lunch, cooking dinner. Also, I've been snacking, not like more compared to before, but just different, like more like snacks that are enjoyable.
Right.
Like cereal.
Love cereal. Good, a good bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grilled cheese.
Well, did you say cereal with cheese?
No. I'm saying like cereal is a snack, and then also grilled cheese. Like that's something that I've been like rediscovering. Not that I ever like threw it away, but you just like, if I'm gonna pull a pan out, it's not to make a grilled cheese.
Well, it's interesting you bring up snacking, because I mean, and cooking more, because you know me. I'm like, let's go, let's hit this restaurant, let's get Bossa Nova.
Okay, and what's your other place? California Chicken
Cafe. That was yesterday.
I didn't even know your order there. You get the is it the Chinese chicken?
California chicken salad.
It's the California chicken salad. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Had that yesterday. They have drive up touchless service now. It's amazing. But cooking, I'm cooking more too, though. I mean, and I think because life was so busy, go, right?
So busy, exactly. And so like I like to cook, but sometimes you get home and you don't have time, and it's like, so you make something quicker. Like I'm busting out cookbooks and like
I know
totally new things.
I saw on your Instagram you made something with bacon the other day that looked scrumptious.
I've made something with bacon like every day. Okay.
I love it. But self-care. But Brooke, like you're someone who loves to take care of themselves. You're someone who always is into your well-being, into having a healthy attitude about yourself. What are you doing for self-care?
A lot of exfoliating, you know, part of it is, you know, because I don't trust the air. Another part, no, it's because I have this mixing oils with my lotion.
Potions. You're muddling the dirt, the clay. No, seriously.
That is so funny. You know, I don't think anything special. I think and this is exhausting. This is very scary.
Yeah.
The like uncertainty of everything, like the fear of like catching this, how you're trying to like take care of yourself, like health wise.
Right.
This is exhausting.
It is. It's funny. It's exhausting, and that in itself, Brooke, is what is so fascinating about being sheltering indoors, right?
Yeah.
Because my day consists of, like you, I get up like around 8:30, I take a shower, make some coffee, get in front of my computer, or I'll walk the dog, right? I'll walk the dog. I walk the dog 4 times a day. My dog is fit. My dog could be in the 2024 Olympics. That's how fit my dog is. And it's like, but by the end of the day, I'm exhausted, and I've done I feel like I haven't worked out. I haven't done anything that's been strenuous as far as like physical exertion. Why am I tired? It's because of the mental anguish of not knowing what this silent killer, where it is, who has it. Right. Every day, it's like today there was a new report that symptoms of coronavirus on your skin now.
I saw the foot lesions, like the pox, like it was just like, oh, what is this? What is this?
Like what fresh hell?
People started losing like their sense of taste and sense of smell, and now it's too much. What the world?
Yeah, I know. Luckily, Ashley down below brought up TikTok.
Yeah, you've been killing it. Okay.
I've taken a break.
I noticed because you're working on the talk show now.
Yeah,
but I wish you would get back to it. You know why I like it so much? And I do think that it was like fun entertainment for everybody else, but like the joy in your face, like you missed dancing, and that was fun to see every day.
I do. Thank you. And that was one of the things. That's why I started doing it. One, I was burning like 300 calories by the time it was done because my ass. I recorded, didn't like it, do it again. But it's fun. And I now more than ever, I think people are jumping on the social media, Brooke, and they're okay. They're okay with it. Social media it's like the gift and the curse because there's so much judgment that goes into exposing and giving of yourself in the way of Instagram, Twitter, or pictures or TikTok, whatever. And especially when you work in a business as we do, everything is like scrutinized always. You don't want to post this video because maybe a prospective employer may look down
and
on
like take
that.
it the wrong way. Right.
Right. And so you find yourself not really being as authentic as you want to be because this is our product. This is who we are, is what we put out. That's what people buy. That's what buyers of talent buy. But with TikTok, I thought, screw that. This is fun. Yeah, so what? I'm not, I'm older. It's for the kids. But it feels good. I think now more than ever, we should get back to doing things safely that feel good. Well, like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Like,
why not just like dance and like have fun? Exactly. And I think it is, this business will break you in that way.
Yeah.
And I do think it is like a test in like, just like breaking the practice of like being TV worthy or something and just being yourself and like your personality. That's the best part of you.
Right.
And I totally get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's so that we talk about being exhausted. That's exhausting when you're always wondering, ooh, will this it's like, you have to lean on, especially when it comes to being in this business or getting jobs or working, all of that. You're not going to miss out on what's meant for you. And I think that a lot of talented people that work in the business, we're molded in the adage of you have to make it happen, right? And so you're constantly always trying to make it happen, especially women and men of color and the marginalized groups of people, because our backbone has been our backbone. It's been us having to go out there and amass an armor and cultivate a survival technique in order to get just a little bit. So you don't have the luxury of, let me just kick back and wait for something to come to me. You know what I mean? You have to go out and grab it. And so now with social media, even though it is conveniently in your pocket, and it's a great business card, and it's a great way to connect with thousands of people at any time. Also, there's people that are looking to be like, oh, he had this post that was kind of questionable.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, that's not where I was coming from. And if that was where I was coming from, why can't that be okay? Why do I have to curate and worry about offending others? Why can't I just live? Alicia Keys' new book, I wish I didn't remember the name, but she's on this journey of authenticity. And there's that word. People love to say authentic self, authenticity, blah, blah, blah.
But then they have an idea of what that looks like, which it's like defeats the purpose.
Right. And it's like, I think when you come to an age, or not even an age, I don't say an age, when you come to a space in your life, that could be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do me. And if you can't handle that, deuces. I wish you well. Like Tupac says about his enemy, just because you're my enemy doesn't mean I don't want to see you eat. You're just not going to eat at my table.
Hello.
Boom. And I think that's what it comes down to with social media. It's like, you don't have to be what I'm about. You're more than welcome to restrict me, unfollow me, block me, or mute me. But I'm going to keep doing me. And there's bravery in that. I think that's where at least I'm trying to come to. So with TikTok, back to TikTok, that's where I was like, let me just do this. Screw it.
Getting comfortable here. And you did it. And I think like the feedback, I'm watching it. It was like so positive.
Yeah, and I'm happy to do it. And again, also the feedback I'm getting, I think it's good to support other people, because I'm finding a lot of people on social media don't like to support. They don't like to support what you're doing, and support is a like. Support is an emoji of. It takes so little energy to celebrate someone on social media.
You know what I think sometimes? Like I think people, it's like Yelp reviews. like it has to be mind-blowing or terrible.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, like, it's good, and people aren't moved to say anything or do
Right.
anything. So it's like people are watching and people are like celebrating, but you can't tell because people in the middle are people just happy, don't say anything.
Right. Right.
Do you know what I mean? I think, I don't know. That's how I look at it. Like, people do a lot of scrolling. But yeah, it is nice to remember to like go out of your way and like verbalize it, to show it, to do, yeah.
Well, like, especially
Nice
if,
to know you're there, yeah.
yeah, you know, like especially if I think, because I see a lot of posts about like other black women celebrating other black women. And I love that because there's, you know, like Black Girl Magic, there's all these initiatives, there's this movement with women of color that is about a sisterhood, that's about support, that's about community, camaraderie, you know?
Right.
And I wish that type of energy and that type of idea and idealism would transfer over into a lot of other areas of social media across all walks of life. You know what I mean? Not just because there are people who are doing some amazing things and creating amazing content. And I'm just like, why are people not supporting this? You know, and again, people have lives. You know, people are busy, especially they're trying to figure out their own life now more than ever. But it's always nice to have someone be like, you know, that was dope, or I see you, you know, and I try to give that to as many people as I can, because you never know how.
Like money on here, for sure. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's encouragement, you know, and you never know the weight or the power that could have on somebody.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know, girl. It's a whole new world.
We remember we used to sing Moesha every day when you dropped me off.
What are the lyrics? Hey, someone in the comments, what are the lyrics to the Moesha theme song?
No, I like it our way. I like it our way.
It's like, it's me.
I like it when we do it our way. We spent like at least a year just every single day together or talking on the phone for hours.
Until that person hit the back of our car with that. Remember that?
Oh my goodness. We saw a gunfight on Centinela together.
Brooke, when you said it's not funny.
Listen. So we are in Jason's car, okay? He has a new car now, but he had this car that he was really proud of and that he had for a really long time. It was like really, so like him driving you in it, it was like, you know, it was a big deal for him. Like he was like bringing you into his space. It was like this cute sporty space. Okay. Oh, here comes Quez. Wait. People know the lyrics.
They got the lyrics to Moesha.
Okay. So we were at TYT. We were at the offices that day. And I think I had been there all day, and then you came in later. And so were we going to go get something to eat?
We went to we were coming back. I think we went.
Where did we go eat?
No, we had did Pop Trigger that day.
Yeah.
And I think you stayed behind for something else. So I was just waiting for you.
Right. That's right. Okay. And so we were either going home or like going to get something to eat.
Right.
We're in the car on Centinela. And God, I can't. What was like the cross street? Who knows? Were we on La Cienega coming up?
It was La Cienega and like Slauson.
Something like that. Right. Okay, so we're on La Cienega. There's traffic everywhere. We're kind of stopped. There are two cars behind us that have been like beefing, right? Like going back and forth, and like we could tell. Like, so we're in stop and go traffic. So we're looking in the rear view. I'm turning around a little bit, and we are like, "What is this? Like, what is going on?" There was like a woman in one car, and then two men in like an older model Mercedes. Yeah. And so they were, at one point, they are yelling at each other, like screaming. We're nosy. So we were like, oh, what is this? And the Mercedes was directly behind us. And the girl in the car, the woman, she was next to us. Not next to us. She was next to them. But like, so we were one car away from the drama. We're stopped at the light. And then next thing you know, the Mercedes like speeds up and then stops. We were way away from them. And then one of the guys in the Mercedes, they pull up these like bandanas over their face, roll their windows down, and one of them points a gun out the window and starts like shaking it like this, like points a gun out the window at the girl's car, and then she pulled her car over and got out of the car, like walking towards the gun. We were like, oh my god, get us out of here. And so we couldn't go anywhere because the light turned red and there was traffic everywhere. So she pulled her, and we were freaking out. And the light turns red. We're trying to get out of there. And the Mercedes, with the gun out the window, rams into the back of Jason's car. And we were just like, oh my God. He rammed into the back of Jason's car. Then he backed up and went around Jason and went around this other car really quick. The light is still red. She's still standing out of her car. We are now involved in the drama.
I know.
Just wanting to get out of here. And then the girl got out of the car and she came up to, we were just like, we're trying to get out of here. The girl came out of the car and she wanted to talk to Jason and she wanted to show him her Snapchat video because she had been recording the other guy all along. Then these other people, and I just remember, like, we were just trying to go get something to eat.
We were just trying to go to Burger King, and and it was crazy because but the girl was like, shoot me, come on, like she.
That's right. She got out of her car, walked up to the gun, and was like, shoot me then. And we were like, no shooting.
Wow, what a day.
Oh my God.
Memories.
So crazy.
I know, but now one, we survived, thank God. Two, just some of the memories of just working. I don't want to say of working in our industry, but that's what happens when shit goes bad and someone hits the back of your car. Luckily,
you also needed a push to get the new car.
Yeah, we met Brooke.
I gave you the push. You were like, okay, what? I think this car's time is up.
Yes. Totally. And because I had been talking about getting a new car for weeks, right?
Yeah, and like, you didn't want to get rid of your old car, and it was like, you know what? It's time.
Yeah, and 2 weeks later, I had a new car.
Okay, you're oh my God, I got you. No more signs, please. No more signs.
The universe. Anyways, but you're so accomplished, and you are one of my favorite people on television. You're this amazing journalist. You're this amazing reporter. And one of the things I love about you is that you have this unique and very, I would say, compelling way of telling stories, and you're so. There's just the way you are able to infuse your opinion into what you're reporting. And as a journalist, we're taught you don't have an opinion. You just deliver the news, right? But where do you think your prowess comes from? Because ever since I met you, and that was one of the reasons why I connected with you. What I did back in 2017 is because I was like, this girl has something. This woman.
I mean, it's fine.
Has something, and that I had never seen before. And I had been around a lot of talented people, and it was just like, who are you? But you have this thing. What do you think
I'm better at this than I do, honey?
What's that?
So you think I'm better at this than I do? I'm like, keep going. Tell me more.
But where does that come from?
I don't know. A lot of learning. I feel like I've learned something at every job, and now. What I learned like in the first job or what I thought I was supposed to do, it's so different now. Like, I do still think it is important to not have like a personal opinion about every story when you're just flat out reporting the news, right?
Yeah.
But I think what we forget oftentimes is that like everybody has a different perspective, and we do this thing like sometimes I think in news where like only one very specific perspective matters, and everybody else, no matter your background or who you are, where you came from, you're supposed to pretend as if you are that person, that man, and like tell the news that way. And that's just what's been so accepted for so long. And it's like, no, hey, I'm a Black woman from the South, like this is how I experience the world. This is this, and I think that matters, and that matters for so many different people, and that's how we get like better news coverage. And also, dude, my favorite meme is it's like a good journalist is just supposed to tell the news, like, right? You're not supposed to, like, if somebody says, hey, it's raining, You are not supposed to go and find somebody who says it's not raining. You're supposed to look out the window and look at it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we suck at that sometimes. Like sometimes there's not another side to something that just happens to be fact-based. And sometimes facts offend people. And sometimes facts offend people who have the majority power in this country. But facts still have to be facts. Period.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. I would agree. And every reason why you are Brooke Thomas, because you're not afraid to call another
But
thing.
and I still think sometimes I am, for sure. Like I'm always trying to like do the right thing. I'm always trying to keep my job. Like, but slowly some things are just like, it's just too much. Like I don't ever want to be like harmful to people who look like me, little girls who look like me. I don't ever want to be like harmful to anybody. I don't ever want to be so stuck on like keeping my job that I become like a bad person or a bad representation or just for other women. I don't, so that that's
Yeah.
but it is also like hard to like sometimes like speak out when something is just like so blatantly wrong.
Right. No.
You have to like you got to talk yourself into it a little bit and just make sure you get it right.
Right.
I don't know. I think like there is like something to be said about like kindness. When I started in this business, everyone always said like, oh, you think this is bad? Wait until you get this. And honestly, there's this like saying that the biggest egos are in the smallest markets. And that is so true. Because the bigger the market, the more money people are making. And there's always going to be like the one or two people that are just so deeply insecure and just like so unhappy. And they need to like break others down to make themselves feel good. So no matter where they are, what they're doing, how they're celebrated, they're just going to be awful, right? But generally, like, listen, like people have less to prove. The higher up they climb, and it does it easier. And I think like kindness is so important in all aspects of life. And none of us are perfect, but like I don't know. I think that like you can talk to people and listen to stories and give space for other stories and other perspectives. And it all comes down to like kindness and I don't know. And sometimes that means like letting this narrative, this story breathe. You don't always have to find somebody to say, nope, I don't agree with them having civil rights. Like, ew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just like there's been so many people something that I've noticed so much in this business, especially like being in LA. You go on a lot of like auditions, right? You go on a lot of you sign like pilot deals, right? You sign like holding deals, and so you meet a lot of people. There's a lot of competition, but in all aspects of my career, I've made like really good friends, and we were either competing against each other or I was the new person on the team and so many people that just are so like confident and so okay with themselves that they're just cool. Yeah. Like they're just like willing to, I talked to Merle Purvis the other night we always stay on the phone for like 2 hours, but it was the other night and she is the main anchor at Fox in Memphis. And she was like a mentor for me. She didn't have to. She was busy, and well celebrated, but she like took so much time just like kind of cultivating our relationship and helping my career and helping me personally. And we're really good friends. She's like a big sister to me. But I've met so many people in this business who they're like just want to be good people. Yeah. And with you, like we were on an audition for we don't even really know what we were auditioning for. But we knew the network we were auditioning for. We don't know what we were doing. But I don't even know. Like what? I don't even know. There were a lot of us, and we became really good friends after that. Like really good friends. So like a lot of people that I've met that I've become really good friends with. People are not so worried about like what's for me is for me, what's for you is for you. And if we click, like let's rock this. Like let's be friends together. Like I've gotten work because other people have looked out for me. Yeah, same. I've gotten like different shows because other people have looked out for me. My second job in TV, my first job was in North Dakota. A lot of people don't know that, and it was so hard. But I got the job. I got to leave North Dakota, and I got a job in Texas because someone I had gone to college with that I wasn't that close with. I reached out to her, and she hooked it up. And so her name was Julie. and they're just, you know, I don't know, like, let's help each other.
Agreed. And I
Let's
think
help each other, and then like, don't miss out on like a good person in your life because you want to be stank.
true. And kindness. You bring up kindness, and I think that people that are secure in their careers, like I interviewed Mark Wahlberg one time, and I mean, huge star, A-lister, right?
I mean, everybody. I mean, and we've heard of him.
Yeah, and he was cool. Jason, whatever question you want to ask me. And a t-shirt and some sweats, and was like, shoot, I'm here for an hour. What do you need? And it's those things, or people like RuPaul, who's like, Jay, you want me to do an interview? Where do I need to go? Like,
tell us more about RuPaul behind the scenes, okay?
Oh well, Rue is amazing. But to your point about kindness, when you are okay, or you have to resolve really, Brooke, to want to be kind. I think kindness is a choice. People are after core. I would like to believe are good people, but along
and
the way,
everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah,
always be like striving for that.
right. And in this industry, especially. And for people watching, industry meaning like LA entertainment, Hollywood, that sort of thing, you become a little jaded. You know, it's an abuse. It's abusive directly and indirectly by the way you're treated. You're discounted. You're ignored. You're judged. A lot of things. So over time, that weathers you and it beats on you. So I mean, some people just turn to the dark side. But I think that when you rise above that and you evolve out of that and you choose kindness, it's so much easier to recognize, hey, I'm at this audition for whatever show I'm at. Oh my God, there's this beautiful Black woman. She's cool. She's got this energy. She's talking about some stuff I'm interested in. Oh my God, her name is Brooke. What is she about? Then we test together, and I'm like, she's really cool. You know, like you want to see people win. I think when you come to that space in your life, you have maturity. Now they say like maturity is when you don't have to swing on somebody. Does that mean?
Is that maturity?
Yeah, I think that also maturity is when you're like, you know what, this opportunity is coming along. I'm not perfect for it, but hold on, I know the perfect person. Let me get you in contact with her. She's amazing, and because that also comes back to you. You know, when you give, you are also rewarded. Maybe not in the same capacity, but with that check for $2,000 that just comes out of nowhere that you forgot about, or
right.
You know what I mean? Like things come back to you. So I'm like, kindness is the word. I'm glad you touched on kindness. And
kindness is the word of the day here on Sesame Street. Kindness.
The more you know.
Clear, I would be a mixture of Elmo and Ernie and a little Bert.
I always wanted to know what was in Oscar's trash can, though.
And bad vibes.
No, Oscar was cool. Oscar was kind. Oscar, leave Oscar alone. He just was rough around the edges.
Not kind. He was so raggedy and mean. He was not kind.
Hey, Big Black Mon says, Brooke, I'm so glad I finally found you on Instagram.
Hello, I'm glad you found me too. Also, I think Jordan Claiborne was in here. I saw, but I didn't want to interrupt. But Jordan is one of my best friends. It's her little brother, and like really like cool family, great family. I've known them for like more than a decade. And they're like all like really beautiful people, insanely beautiful people.
And Joshy McBee from Josh McBride, he has a show called Simplified on Instagram. He's everywhere. He's on Good Morning America.
Hi, Jordan. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, he's awesome guy. Awesome. Brooke, it's been amazing talking with you. I got to go walk my dog. I have to walk her at.
First of all, you don't have to walk that dog. You walked that dog an hour ago.
No, I have to walk her. We're training her to not pee in the house, so it requires.
Can you bring the dog to the camera before we say bye?
Yeah.
Can we end this show?
Let's bring the dog into Jason Unleashed. She's making her debut.
Yes.
Come on.
It's totally fitting.
We're leaving the good lighting to go to where the dog is at.
Baby, the new house is a come up, okay? Wait a minute.
I'm not flossing. Where is? Oh, she's on the puppy. The puppy is on her. Was on her couch. Come here, Valentina. You have friends that want to. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Oh, my babe. Hey, baby. Oh, look at that.
She's so much bigger than she was last week.
Yeah, she's a mutant dog. Say hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi to Auntie Brooke.
I'm so happy.
She smells like a dog, though.
I love it. Okay, I love it. I love you, and thank you for having me on your show.
Of course. Where can they find you on social media?
Brooke on Air, right here. That's where I'm at everywhere. That's where I am on YouTube. That's where I am on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook. It's just like Brooke Thomas. I mean, like, Honestly, if you can't find it on Facebook, it's okay.
Oh, and your Twitter, man. Your tweets get people going.
You are so sweet. I love you.
All right, girl.
Okay.
I'll talk to you soon. You stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.